How y'all doing? This take is gonna be about depression and all the other conditions that a lot of times people go through, and it's very real. Um, I've seen it and felt it near me, and there's a lot of different things that can just weigh you down. Sometimes people look at people that are successful with money and fame and fortune and think people are depressed. Depression is anxiety, different things that are caused by it. Stemming from broken homes in a childhood, stemming from always having to not being heard, not being understood, not a balance of life. And depression is very, very real. It really can affect a lot of things with how people feel their importance and their worth, because always being told that you're inferior or made to feel that you're not counting and not special, it hurts. And it's so those things are very real. And people become depressed, and then and you become um, you're seduced by different things to kind of fill a void that there's a hole. And it's always something that you know people are like, well, why can't you just snap out of it? Why can't you just be like this? Because there are so many demons and there's so many things that life that you go through. you know Racism, sexism, ageism, uh, this whole you're not popular, you're not this, you're not that. And America's done a great job of putting tags and places on people. However, where has the love been to show the uplift? Where has that been? Where has it been to, you know, when you try to really ask somebody how they feeling? And do people like really tell you, if they really tell you how they feel, what would you do? Because we can walk up by the street and say, "Oh, I'm doing good. Are you? Are you really doing good? How do you really feel?" You know. So expressing your feelings, being honest, being true, is very important. And so when someone is going through depression and a state of being and what have you, you got to listen and to interpret it in full. And not be quick to rush to judgment or pass it off. It's like, oh, you'll snap out of it, get you something to drink or get you a high, because this life is so much more rewarding. But it's better to understand and listen. How do people get to this state? By bipolar disorder, different thing. How is this going on? And it's important to, you know, take an ear, take observation, and to detail and just to listen and to feel, because human needs are very important. Compassion and love is like water. It's essential to your soul, it's essential to your salvation, it's essential to your motivation. And so it's very important to take heed to those signs and to those things with people when people are going through things, because no one really knows how people are really feeling and what's being projected. And it's so quick to just pass them off and say, oh, you'll snap out, or you just that. But hurt is real, pain is real, and being in denial is really, really real. So I think it's very important to try to show more compassion and to really listen when you encounter depression over people's reaction and their trajectory, to make an effort to go beyond, to really hear what they're saying and what they're not saying, because there's a lot of language that's being used, but it's not always expressed outwardly. And sometimes people are kind of like reluctant to express it because they'll be feared that they'll be labeled soft or weak or inept or mentally incompetent, when that's not the case. Because there's always voices and reasons, that things that need to be said and dealt with, that require undivided attention, compassion, and understanding, to find some solution that can save a life, that can tell life, you count and you do matter and you are a reward and you were born on this earth for a reason to shine like a star. Okay, that's my take about depression and other social situations. And it's important to have those conversations to reflect. Feel free to leave comments. Feel free to hit that subscribe. Peace.